Welcome in, everybody. You see what I mean? Unless there's some level of randomness to it, or I'm misremembering. I'm being told it is random, actually. We've got 2 players on the front here, but more importantly, we've got a 3v3 here. This is the qualifier for the 3v3 main event of the event called the League, where there'll eventually be 9 main teams. Vitality is one of the best players in the world. They're seed 8 in the qualifier, but realistically, they're way better than that. And they've got Leary on the front, playing as the Berbers. Now, yesterday, they had a show match against LY, who's the Chinese team. And Leary won Vil fight, and he lost the Vil fight against the Berbers. So my feeling is maybe we're going to see a fight for the middle. But as I say that, like, Leary's just kind of, like, not about it. He hasn't moved to the middle to take the fish at all, and he's playing safe. Now, behind this, so they kind of got 2 pockets, which does change things. You got Hard here playing as the Burmese. Typically, you have one player who will go for a castle, and they use this stone, so because it's all in the center. So I was guessing that Hart's going to go fast castle and go for the castle. You got Hera, who's Burgundians, and Hera will have early eco upgrades. Could be for Cav later on. I wouldn't necessarily have been surprised if you wanted to go for Flemish Militia. But, like, now that you're further back, you can't be quite as aggressive, possibly, and then there might not be as much value against the opponents because they're also kind of safe. Over here, introducing the Czech team, you got Jason. Just looked up this player. They're 1v1 elos at the bottom right. The last year or so, I've been seeing this player around. Played him a couple times. And around 2,200. Really, has been playing the game somewhat actively. Hold on, did Lear just lose a Vil? I swear I heard a death. I can't... Where's Eco KD? No, he didn't lose a Vil. Never mind. Jason is a good player. They're obviously not quite to the same level as the players on the other side, but a really solid player. You have Faroker. He's also been around the minute last 5 or so years, around 2,200. Avanka is like a legend of team games. There used to be a player named Mango back in the day. So you guys tell me how many years you've been watching. I'll tell you very quickly just some history. Avanka, Mango, and there was one, I think Error was his name. Legends. Some of the big teams back in the day used to be like Tyrants. You had the Finland squad, or Suomi. You had the Czech team, which was very, very strong. And the Czech players are very, very dominant. Anyways, Avanka is still around. And we'll probably remember those players. Here comes a bit of Vil shenanigans. No Loom yet for Leary. But again, he's Berbers. So his villagers are slightly faster. And so he could just kind of calmly ran away from that. He's waiting for Loom himself. And we see Feudal Age on the way for 2 players from each team. Leary's like, yeah, boy. What'd you think you were going to accomplish here? What did you think you were going to accomplish? And now more Vils coming in here from Red. So, yeah. I'm excited to see this one, but Vitality is a big favorite. It's really fun to see underdogs versus the top talents, though, in these early rounds. See some players you might not be familiar with. And so far, Red has found out that Leary is more than comfortable going into these fights. We got Purple mixing in Militia here from the front. Expectation is there's going to be Man-at-Arms. And Hera, he's going to actually take the punt. Doesn't actually have a barracks or anything yet. So it might be 2 players with military against just Leary. As I say that, Hart actually does have a barracks. Hart probably just going to go for Man-at-Arms or Archers. And he goes for the archer range, so it will be some archers. So yeah, kind of a crazy map here, man. Crazy, crazy map. Ender says, do you remember the Japanese team, Kamigawa and team? Yeah, Kamigawa is Italian, so you must be mistaken. Kamigawa did play in team game events and might even be in Regicide Rumble 7, but that player is not Japanese. That house is going down fast there from Leary. And Leary will need the berries because he hasn't taken the fish in the middle. He does have the farms. He does have that 1 extra ostrich. And, all right, tower's going up. I like the pressure from the underdogs here. They're going to need to show some patience here, though. They're really going to need to show some patience. Meaning, you take some map, but you don't try and, like, end the game with 1 attack. It's going to be tough to do that. Avanka behind this has the pond, is adding some fishing ships, planning on fishing traps, and is Spanish, so we'll want to get to Conquistadors, which I think is a really strong move. Hera's just gone fast feudal to get eco upgrades and is stacking fishing ships. Also, we're seeing some sheep get transferred over from the outside underneath Leary's TC because he needs the food. But, like, where are these man-at-arms supposed to go? Hera and Hart here. Nice little value. Just, like, that's what the top players do, right? They get value from minimal investment. And so they snipe a villager. And they'll be very happy with that. The men-at-arms have actually looped around. But, like, again, what can you really do? So I quite like the decision here from Vitality, as they actually get another villager kill there. I like it. They just haven't gone that aggressive here. Hurts for red, guys. He was planning on this house completing, but the villager died, so now he's housed, and now he's going to be down an additional villager. But yeah, like, it's essentially only been Hart who's mixed in a little bit of army. Leary's actually going fast castle. Hera's just stacking a bunch of eco. It's because you just can't really do too much damage, because all the pressure is towards the middle here. Or sorry, all the eco is like clumped into the middle. I like the adaptations from Vitality because on the other generation, you have 2 players on the front, and they're going double military as the standard. Here they've changed their strategy somewhat. Star Wars, welcome back, man. Thank you. King Kang, welcome back. Hopefully a good day of team games today. Also, I want to give a shout out to my Extras channel viewers. My Extras channel is going to be getting a ton of uploads, so some of the main event will go to the main channel. The best games will go to the main channel and all that good stuff. But my Extras channel has been a little slow recently. We'll be having lots of content going up there. Extra smelly? Is that what we call the Extras channel? You know what I would suggest here? And they're probably not going to do, guys. Like, Vitality is just taking the economic route. They're going to have a pretty nice lead. They're sitting back, right? Punish the sit back. Drop a castle here, man. Like, Ovenka should bring the vills. Yeah. This is good. The timing on this means he might do it. Drop a castle on Leary's face. Punish them for the fact that they only have 1 player making military. Now, if Leary and team sees this, they could block the castle spot, but you'd have to use a house or the scout or something. Yeah, this is so good, man. This is so good. Here we go. I mean, if they can get it up, there's actually only 1 spot that you could place it. It's right here. And Leary's got amazing awareness. I don't know if he's thinking about it. He sees Castle Age is on the way. And, oh, Leary's going to place his own. But there's army here from the others. And Leary doesn't have Spanish builders. Avenka's only building with 8. And Red is, like, committing everything he can to just prevent Leary from building this. Castle times are similar. Red bringing the villagers in is maybe not the play. And look at Hera. Hera's trying to stop the building as well. 67%. There's 51%. There's also still the tower here from Red. But the tower attacked Hera's scout. And the castle's going to go up at the exact same time. Honestly, really well played from Leary. Really well played from Leary. And does he queue up any camel archers? He does not. He immediately goes for petards. Now, I got to go back ever so slightly. Is Leary's castle on any type of elevation? What do you think, guys? It looks like it is. I'm just wondering because what petards are affected by hill bonus damage, right? So if any of that is on the hill, that's a big advantage. I don't know why the petards are going this way. Yellow screwed that one up. Unless he's trying to hide the fact he's going petards. That's probably not where you want your petards. They're going to wait it out. And we might actually get to a situation where neither player has a castle soon. That petard goes into the castle. Over here, Hart is crushing with the ranged units. He's going 1v2. Economically, Hera's had to just, stack fish traps into this tiny little puddle. Which you should do. I will maintain it is one of the most ridiculous things about modern day AoE. This is crazy. But it's modern day AoE. And Hera's going to be untouchable, man. He's got a 20 eco lead because of this. And I don't know what military he's going to go for. But whatever military it is, he's going to dominate because his eco is going to be so far ahead of everyone else's. It's not even close. Okay, Ovenka's waiting with the petards. He's got 5. You need 8 to take down a castle fully. And oh god, he ejected so many. They come out the other side and oh, he fixed it. He goes again. Bam. Avenka's castle's ahead. Red also. Oh, Leary's petards. Oh, he lost one. Oh, this is bad for Leary. This is bad for Leary. Okay, 2 petards come out from Leary now. 1,300 HP for both. Hit the castle, you idiot. Okay, he hits the castle. Leary's got another on the way. Leary's slightly ahead in the next petard. Oh, archers are out for red. Leary's repairing. Yellow's not. 500 HP for both. The next petard is so critical here. And the repairs are critical. There's no repairs for yellow. Leary's vills are dead. The castle's at 4 HP. No! The next petard gets canceled. Guys, I gotta go back. Look at the percentage on this petard. It's a doubt petard. 95.51%. 97.74. 98.73. 99.51. The highest percentage I could see was 99.72, and the petard gets canceled. If that petard would have hit, Leary would have probably lost his castle. But well played to Leary for repairing, and Leary somehow makes it happen. That is awful. Awful, awful, awful for the Czech team, because they were already probably in trouble. And now Leary gets a castle, which he can make camel archers. So, yeah. By the way, Hera's like, let's have some fun. Another TC, another TC, another TC, another TC. So he's going to boom even more. So Yellow's gone fast castle, and he doesn't have army. The other two aren't even in castle age yet, and are dying to archers. And Vitality could probably go finish the game right now, but they're just going to wait ever so slightly longer. Hera's just gonna boom. He's gonna let his friends play the game here, pretty much. So, but yeah, the thing is like you use the food income from the fish, and now you produce vills. And Hera's actually on the way to imp as well. Fish booming is so crazy, man. So good. I actually think this is gonna be the meta. I think the back player always has to do this on this map if this is how this pond is positioned. You just always just fish boom heavily with one guy into a big boom, and the other two play some army. In the past, you used to have the guy who would go for the castle, go for the fish traps. But if you're going for the castle, you can't stack them. We're going to see missionaries now from Ivanka. They're going to do their best to fight back with some form of unique unit. But, yeah, Hera's just... He's going to be an imp. And just have the ability to crush everyone kind of on his own. To be fair, Leary's not in a great spot. But Leary's also going to try and just fix his eco. There will be a lot of crossbows over here for red. Missionaries got some conversions. Missionaries also did die, though. And Ivanka tries to save the last one, but fails. He lost, what, like 4 missionaries there? Which isn't the greatest. Might even lose the 5th. Okay, but he keeps that one alive. And crossbows engaging against the skirms from Hart, which Hart didn't upgrade. Hart skirms will get some value, but they'll end up going down. Hart, 2 town centers right now. Oh, and he's going to make Genitors. I've never seen a Burmese Genitor before. So, yeah, the Genitor is a unique unit that all teammates of the Berbers can make. So, a mounted skirm. Burmese are kind of known for having pretty crappy skirms. They'll have pretty crappy Genitors, but I guess in theory, the Genitor is better than a skirm. A Hera Paladin upgrade on the way. And which doesn't feel like it matches the rest of the game. Everyone else is like deep in Castle Age. But he's going to wait for Paladin and try and just clear this all on his own as the Genitors are going to be raiding over here. So, what's up, Clen? Clen Clamor, welcome. Gotta be careful with that name. But yeah, do you guys agree on the meta for this map? Like, going forward, I really think, because fish booming is so crazy OP, you shouldn't give it to someone who is also doing something else. This should just always be the back player. Always. And they should always do this. Every time. There's no downside. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just think that's what the best teams are going to do on this map. Have the other two play army. Burgundians are really good for it because they can get the early eco upgrades. But you could play it with a lot of other civs as well. And crossbows going in. Hera's engaging. He wants to engage, I think, before he gets Paladin. to take down the missionaries. And thankfully for him, he didn't engage with Paladin because he donated quite a few units there. But I guess that's actually really smart logic because now that when he is Paladin, it should be a bit better. Czech has really gone crazy with the aggression. Leary doesn't have anything defending him. The Genitors from Hard aren't over here. He's around raiding in the middle. Paladin upgrade about to be in for Hera, but Leary's TC is going down. Leary's not having very fun this game. Or having a lot of fun this game. Camel Archers are coming in, though. And Paladin is an insane upgrade. And to be up against only Castle Age units is surely going to make a big difference here. Love the fight from Czech. Love this, though, from Leary. Snipe the missionaries. The missionaries get conversions, but now the Paladins can engage easier. You'd prefer to give up some Genitors and Camel Archers than the Paladins. But the missionaries keep going. Hera's scared about those monks. Those missionaries are going crazy. Let's go Czech. If I'm Hera, I'm telling my teammates, yo, come snipe these missionaries, man. Hasn't happened yet, but they can only convert once, and then they're cooked. And then the Paladins can engage. Skirmisher is completely useless against Paladin, so all of Purple's military will be a waste. And the Genitors are coming in as well. And here Hera's going to get the help he wanted. Some of the missionaries go down. Paladin wave is going to dominate. The crossbows are going to do 1 damage a hit here, guys. So they can't do anything against the Paladins, and this is going to be a full clear. That castle situation was absolutely insane. And I will give Czech a lot of credit because they actually turned this into something after losing the castle war, which was always going to be really, really bad. And losing the army now. Again, the skirms can't do anything. Hera with this free boom can just Paladin raid from here. But yeah, I've never really seen that scenario before. I'm hoping that can make pretty decent short form content for YouTube. That was wild. I'm going to go back and look at this again. 29-minute game. Vitality takes the first game. Let's go back and look at this. It's also fixed capture age. Okay, so we go back. What was it like? This minute mark. Castle goes up. They start going petards. We get to the very end. All right, so this castle here has 648 HP. This castle here, 715. You also have to compare the percentages on the petards. There's a slight advantage to the blue player. I don't even know how we would end up summing this up, but the blue player hits. Now there's 4 HP on this castle for yellow. The thing is, this petard here that's queuing at the bottom, if it hits this castle, takes this castle down. You just need 1 more petard hit. And watch the percentage bar again. The castle goes down at... I mean, I can't go any slower than this. 99.72% is where I believe this castle goes down. So any hits with hammers, any amount of repairing from yellow, and then they probably both lose their castles. Crazy. But credit to Leary because he repaired a little bit, right? Now he had his eco there, so it's a bit easier to justify it. But, you know, maybe yellow should have sent a couple villagers forward. And hit it a couple times with a hammer there. He probably felt like he was still fine, you know? Welcome, everybody. We've got some Black Forest. Quick glance here. I don't think the maps are bugged. Vitality won the first game. Thank you, Capture Age. Just change this real quick. Vitality won the first game. I can't spell. And Vitality pretty much dominated. I would expect a similar thing here. We've got Leary playing on the flank as the Britons. And Leary and Hart actually originated from Black Forest. They played a lot of Black Forest when they started playing. If you look at their play style these days, you wouldn't necessarily expect that, but that's very much the reality. And they're, of course, really capable, really aggressive players on lands now. So again, Leary playing as the Britons on the flank. Pocket then is Hera, who's probably going to want to boom with the Celts. My guess is that Hera's going to come over here and fish boom again, as is often the case. In the blue then, we got Hart. Hart is playing as the Malay. That's kind of tough because you probably want the Malay to fish boom, but the pawns have generated onto the right side. Also, why is Leary walling this? Yay. Leary is walling this pond. There's no... I wonder if Leary is walling this because he doesn't want someone to sneak to it or something because he's not walling. It's kind of minimal investment to just make sure no one sneaks. You don't see that every day, though. That Leary's not walling and he's thinking maybe the other team is going to. On the other team, we've got Ivanka. Ivanka's playing as the Shu. The pocket then is Faroker playing as the Franks. And then we got the Turks on the right side for Jason here. And no walling on the right side. And you could see walling on the left side. But you kind of got this middle choke point to wall up. You also got this double choke point on the right. So it might just see people open with army here. Like, I could see Leary, especially if he's not going to dock. I could see him going for some military. Actually, he's going to run forward. I think he's going to try and sneak himself. Will Jason see this? Would be really funny if he doesn't want Hera to steal his pond. And then Leary starts, like, he walls that pond, and then he walls around this whole shoreline, so Hera can't dock there. We're not going to see that, because this is, you know, they're playing to win, but that would be funny to me. Yeah, okay, Red's getting loom now, so Red's about to come forward. They don't see Leary is here. And Leary actually sends the villager in, so he will dock there. And Red, the path thing's getting kind of weird for him right now. He wanted to wall here, or maybe even sneak, funnily enough. Like, he might have wanted to run right in there, which won't be possible. But now he sees Leary is walling. He's going to wall behind, and he's bringing 2 villagers, and Leary sees the scouts. Hera's scout is never with his flanks when there's Vil fighting. But to be fair here, there was no immediate walling or fighting, so Hera's scout is immediately coming once Leary notifies him. Bimf guy, Black Forest is the only map that is always played on Explored. That's like the standard for it. I still think that is just, you know, we're too old. We don't like change, right? It will never go back. I would make arguments that it would be way more fun if it was played on normal Explorer. People who play Black Forest all the time hate that suggestion. It's definitely a take that I think can frustrate some people, but it is what it is. We'll never go back. You can wait for my Age of Empires 2 hot takes video where I'm going to piss the whole community off with my takes. Take number 2 is Arabia's actually a little bit overrated. And all the arena guys are going to be like, yeah! And then I'm going to say arena's overrated too. Going to piss everybody off in the same video. Villagers going down for both. And yeah, so Vil fighting has begun. I see a scout coming this way from Heart. And I mean, I think if you're Red, you're happy with this. As long as Leary isn't playing archers, you're keeping him busy in some other way. Thing is, Leary can also micro villagers really, really well. And Red is got to be very careful here. See, Leary's going to save those Vils. Red's going to have to outclick Leary now. Leary, a good job saving the villager here. Does also have a couple fishing ships, giving him some food too. So that's really helping him produce Vils. Red could be in trouble, but he gets Leary surrounded. And Leary can't escape, and Leary loses another Vil. Not bad. And T90, what about AoE2 hot cakes where you bake delicious cookies shaped like Civ icons? I mean, if I could bake, maybe that could be good content, but my baking would be horrible. I don't think I've really baked ever. I'm a really good taste tester, though. Does that count? Like, I'm pretty sure I could go pro in licking the batter off of the mixer thing, because I did that growing up. Like, it was my full-time job, because my mom would bake a lot. I could go pro in that. 2K6. Boom. Down goes more villagers. And more villagers getting saved from Leary, and Leary bringing in the extra boars as well. I mean, Leary is so far ahead on this side. It's not even close, man. He's got the extra food underneath the TC. Red's out of food underneath the TC. And Red is committed now because you've engaged into this and you know you're losing, so you just have to keep sending it to try and get some advantage, but it's just going horrible. It's not looking good. We are 10 minutes into the game, and there's already a 20 population lead for Vitality. Somehow. Right side, we've got the market. I'll toggle to the eco KD. It's 2 to 4 for red, but it's compounded by the fact that red doesn't have any fish and Leary does. And Leary's going to wall, but also keep fighting him back. And Hart was able to snipe a Vil with his scout and everything. Like we've said, like if you're not taking pawns, it's just bad. Pawns are just really, really strong, and that's something that the players are both utilizing. So Hera's got the double dock fish boom going, and then you've got Leary with the dock as well. And then red doesn't have a dock. Like this pawn is completely useless for them. And they're just going to be permanently behind. You have to do it. There's no real choice. You have to do it. It's that strong. This was their home map pick, Black Forest. But it's not looking very good. Blacksmith Market for Ivanka. He'll be up to Castle Age. Hart was expecting some type of pressure here. And remember, he doesn't have any like fish boom potential because he gave the pawn to his teammates. So I kind of like this decision to just go for an extra layer of wall just in case. Because the team's doing really well otherwise. And there's Leary gonna wall, forward wall as well here. And it looks like he's gonna play in towards longbows. Leary with longbows is gonna be dangerous, man. He's already so good with regular archers. I think he wants a castle on the front. Not really sure what Red's game plan is because Red has no eco. Let's look at resources collected. It's not even a skill thing at this point. Like, the difference in economy is so significant. Pretty much the whole way across the board. Red's going to try and be aggressive. He's going to go man-at-arms. Man-at-arms and towers, I guess, is the game plan. But I think the Dark Age has been a little rough here for Red. He has to get through. Like, he has to get through. And he has to prevent Leary from getting an easy castle. If he can't do that, Leary will be in Castle Age, no problem. And if they get through, I think the plan for yellow is to support with knights. So they keep him open. Yeah, there's the stable. They keep Leary open. They basically end the game quickly is the game plan. It's actually smart thinking because if they wait any longer, they're in trouble, right? Leary, realistically, if he's expecting pressure, should just stonewall here. He's about to find out there's pressure. Man-at-arms, and here comes the first tower from red. And Leary will see that. Leary should know. I think just wall here is the play. And Leary does have loom. He does have those 2 layers of palisades, which give him a little bit more time. Forward stone walls would be huge. It gives you a lot more space and time, so you can drop the castle right behind here. And the tower from red hasn't been fully rushed up, which gives Leary some moments. The scout from Hera there, too, might also distract the tower fire. He's got nothing to do right now, so he might as well. Nice job from Leary. That's a really good understanding of the timings there. That gives him so much time. And if he was worried, he could just drop another layer here. Yeah, there's just no way they're getting through. Leary stacking the fishing ships and the fish traps. Sorry, not Leary. Hera. Hera dropping TC2 and TC3. But I think on the right side, Leary will be able to dominate red. And maybe dominate yellow as well. We'll see if yellow can get the siege out in time. But it has not looked good for Czech. Not looked good for Czech at all. Which we expected. You know, vitality's just so much better. And underdogs tend to... Like, these players, if they were playing players at even skill, they might have a little bit... They might not play as aggressive. They might play a little bit more relaxed. But they feel so much additional pressure. They don't go for any of the sure things, like safe things, like eco, right? Though, to be fair, they have added some fish traps and whatnot. Purple's through. Purple's going to be here to attack Hart. Hart did the right thing walling up ahead of time, though. So, Czech is going full send here. And Leary can see the knight. That should also make Leary think that yellow's going to come with some siege as well. Leary's dropping town centers before the castle? I mean, Leary should just have dropped the castle here and it's over. Him not doing that maybe gives them a chance, but I guess the stonewall still gives him a lot of time. I think he'll just, if he sees the mangonel, I think he'll just, yeah, drop more walls. Gives himself more time, and then he can eventually still wait for the castle, so. Ameth says, has anyone seen Black Forest where all the wood was taken? I had a game which was very close to that once, which I never ended up loading to YouTube because the recorded game broke. But I did have a game. I mean, it was like freaking 7 hours. There's 2 million wood here, so it'd be really tough to make that happen. But there's been some long games. I'm sure it's happened before. Mangonel waiting on the hill. Really smart from Hart. You don't want to give your opponent any advantages. And Hart losing his repair villager, but so far holding with the superior economy. And Leary just proving that stone walls are king. They're going to get through this wall, ready to attack, and they're just going to see 2 more layers of stone wall. Oh, man. Red still isn't on the way to Castle Age, by the way. He's trying his best. And Purple's trying his best over here as well. Hasn't been able to break Hart. Looks like he lost Chariot and a Mangonel. Mangonels can't take down trees. Onagers can, but you need to be an imp for that. Ooh, wow, the micro from Hart. First part of that was good. Second part of that, good. All right, micro battle. Whoever wins this wins the game. Those are the rules. Well, I gave you a shot there. Check. There's the castle from Leary. Again, all Leary had to do was just place this castle ahead of time. 75% weak vills in here. 82% still weak vills in here. Yellow's being a little too transparent what direction he's firing with the Mangonels. And Leary's been able to micro the villagers pretty nicely. And yeah, that castle's going to go up. And Mangonel will go down. And now longbows are going to come out. And Imp might even be a possibility for Leary too. And now his castle could just shoot Red's wall down and he's in, man. So painful and so frustrating as Hart is actually... Oh my god. Hart is pushing with Mangonels and a Scout. Scout's dead now. Oh man, this is a slaughter. Just the value that Hart's been able to get for so little. And Hart's got 3 town centers. Like, Hart's got 3 town centers up 14 villagers and he's pushing right now. And Leary's going to be microing longbows, about to be into Red's base, as Red has to go for some pretty janky walls here. But yeah, true. The fact that Vitality is seed 8 is the big reason why Purple's faced up against his team. I would say they should have been seed, like, 1 or 2. But yeah, they're seed 8, and Purple gets rewarded. Getting absolutely stomped here. Yellow's going to bring the Knights over. So at least there's something for those Knights. But there's going to be monks already from Hart. So maybe the Knights won't be able to accomplish too much at all. Hera's on the way to the Imperial Age with a cool 130 eco. And yeah, they just always have it locked down, right? Like you add in that one additional thing. Like you think the Knights are going to work and monks are there already. You can't do anything. They're just too good. Too solid. This is like a high school team going against an NFL team. Aren't you the one earlier who said I was being disrespectful to the Czech team by saying they weren't likely to win this? Aren't you the same person? You're the same dude, aren't you? Or was this somebody else? I'll check the chat history. And now you're saying that. How dare you, sir? No, not me. Oh, it was somebody else. Okay. It might have been somebody else. Okay. All right. Sorry. Well, whoever it was should be telling him that's disrespectful. I mean, maybe it's fair comparison, right? Like, these players here, these Czech players in their worldwide rankings are maybe like 500th in the world, 600th in the world. Probably not a super fair comparison. Against players who are all in the top 10 or top 16 at the very least. This would be like, it's like if you're watching tennis, you're watching like Yannick Sinner against someone who is really good, like college level or like semi-pro tennis player who doesn't make the main tours. You know, just absolutely. There's levels. And we're reminded of these levels when you see this. Hera's going to get to have a lot of fun Again, he's crammed 53 fishing ships on a one tiny pond, which is absolute insanity. He's going to go for Siege Onager, and he's going to cut through and just attack them at the heart of their base. Hart, speaking of Hart could win the game on his own on the left side, probably. And Leary could win the game on his own on the right side. So Hera isn't exactly needed, even. But Hera obviously wants to play the game as well. So... if you want to look at the brackets, you can use the TL commands. It should take you to Liquipedia, and you can look through everything there. Should have most of the info. I think the only thing that we need to add to the TL commands... actually, it's there. We have the League AoE website, and then there's also Liquipedia, if you want to look through it. The website they made for it's really nice because you can see like some of the upcoming sets and also see like the list of the players a bit easier than Liquipedia. Hart wins the fight. And that's going to be a castle up forward. He's about to be an imp and can just go for trebuchets. Okay, how quick do they tap out? Let's look at this from Yellow's perspective. They're already hearing Purple's going to die. They already know Red's dead. And then Hera's going to show his army. Halbs... and Onager, and I mean, how much hope do they really have here? Do they keep playing? I don't think he noticed it yet. Charge! You're trying to go Paladin, and Halbs are here already. Okay, now they know. Hera killed one of his own units because he's a massive noob. That's all we'll ever remember. That's a win for Czech as far as I'm concerned. Leary's having fun. Okay, Red's got something working for him over here. Because he's got bomber cannons and trebs. Oh, Hera lost an Onager. Man. Oh, and he's going to lose. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Let's go, Feroker. Sorry, allow the biased casting for a second. Oh, and Hera clicked a tree. What a scrub. He spent so much time microing fishing ships in that tiny pond. He doesn't know how to use units anymore. Crazy. Well, I think it's safe to say that Hera is probably still going to get away with that. Halbs are still rushing in. Hart is killing Purple. Leary's actually losing ground. I think Leary's imp time was a bit late. I was surprised he wasn't an imp faster, but he should be fine. Because once he gets the upgrades, he'll be in a great position. And yeah, I mean, green is going to die. Purple's going to die. Purple's hoping to get imp and then make traction trebs to save the day here, which is a good call. But this castle might be down pretty soon, and traction trebs take a while to mass. Hera's winning his 1v1 pretty easily. Leary's Yeoman upgrade is going to come in, and then he'll match the range of the bombard cannons. And Red's economy is not really good enough to be able to get the additional range on the bombard cannons easily, which he kind of has to do. Yeah. Did I say green is going to die? I meant to say yellow's going to die. This is over. I had two options to cast. I was like, we had Vitality or we had Yo's team against another underdog. And I figured both sets could probably be speed runs because both teams are just so freaking good. I'm amazed that Czech keeps fighting here. I mean, they want to play the game, I guess. Let's watch Leary. This is the closest side. Let's watch here so we don't have to watch the others get destroyed. Okay, Leary takes one bombard cannon. He takes two bombard cannons. He's going to take 3 bombard cannons, and he's going to take the 4th bombard cannon. All his red is getting artillery, so he wants the additional range, and he's going to lose all of his cannons before he gets it. Sad. Hera's guard towering. He's rams and halbs. Hart is trebbing, bombard cannons and monks and crossbows and karambits. Everywhere you look, the Czech team gets massacred. They're getting checkmated by this Vitality team. The Czechs, ever so familiar with being checked. And down go the traction trebs. Chat, don't minus 7k me. I stole that from chat. Okay, so that when you minus 7k me, you're minus 7k'ing yourself. All right. Because everyone knows that if one person in chat makes the joke, the full chat is responsible for it. I mean, there's the GG. I was like, how much more pain can they put up with? These guys. I mean, maybe I'm just a quitter, but I'm pretty sure I call the GG the second Hera shows up to my base with halbs. Like, these guys are a bunch of masochists. They're enjoying it. They're somehow enjoying it. That was brutal to watch. Yeah, I mean, even if it wasn't for the difference on the right side between Leary and Red, which was just a massive difference the entire game, the difference in the pockets was just ridiculous, right? Again, the best teams, like Pawns, completely change Age of Empires now that you can do this. And you had Yellow go for like 4 fishing traps, and you had Hera go for 50. Combine that with the wood bonus of the Celts and all the late games of the Celts. Like, you got to have a bigger boom than that. Also, like, picking Franks as your pocket, that's pretty transparent. And in most high-level teams are not going to play a Paladin Civ from pocket. They're going to play, like, Siege and Infantry for the reasons we saw there. All right, so as I explained, this is frontline. And oftentimes we've seen the forward player, especially on the underdog teams, go really crazy. And if they pick the Goths, that's because of the instant loom. And I think we're going to see Red go forward right away. It is a 9-villager start, so you have quite a few villagers you could send forward right away. We got Red. Hasn't gone forward with the vills yet. We got just one going forward, actually. Maybe trying to lame. And he's going to be up against Hart. Now, I think Vitality's experimenting. Hart doesn't normally play this role. This would normally be Leary. And I think it's probably best for the team to have Hera play the very back position. But they put Leary back there. So they've kind of swapped around the positions here. And knowing their personalities, I'm sure that, like, Hera and Leary basically forced Hart to do this. And Hart's like, I don't want to. You're like, do it, you know. And they're laughing at the fact that he doesn't want to be at Vilrush or something. It also could not be like that at all. Maybe they just want to experiment with the positions, get some information for later on. Red's killed some of the hunt over here. Hasn't actually been a full-on full send from him. Like, I thought there would be more villagers, but he's going to want to Vill fight somewhere. And Red, that is... Oh, God. That is Hera's town center. And now that villager is weak. And Hera's scout is here. And, oh, God. He went directly into Hera's TC. Sometimes you're not having a good day. Other times you're not having a good day. And 2,500 people are all watching. And saying that they would never run into Hera's TC. So, sucks to be Red right now. That did not look too good. But Red's got a villager here. And, okay, drops the house. Nice quick wall. And he's just trying to harass and delay Hart. Because the whole thing is, it's like, Red is meant to be Chaos guy, right? Red is not meant to actually end up getting too many kills. He's just meant to slow down the builds. And Red bringing more villagers. This is actually good for Red. Red wants Vill engagements. So Hart maybe getting lured into a trap here, thinking he could flex on this guy. This is all Red wants. Red is not planning on making army this game. He just wants to slow down Hart from making army, which this still accomplishes. And nice blocking there. And just not enough. And that, again, is just the difference. Hart able to save the villager on 4 HP. But I think he realizes as well, like, stop Vill fighting this guy. Like, you don't want to Vill fight. You don't even really want your berries. You just go to Feudal Age, you go on wood, you go on gold, then you make archers. Behind this for Team Czech, we have Faroker with a very clean build. He's going to be going for scouts. Went super heavy on the wood, to be honest. I don't think 10 on wood is what I'd be doing, but maybe he'll figure it out. Over here, we got Ivanka probably going fast castle into the Bolus Riders. Red's still running around. Hera over here. Hera's going to be going for scouts with Hart's archers. And then we have the fast castle from Leary back here, as Leary will probably play in towards some Cav Archer style units. So it's not the worst opening ever for Red, because I think you've got Hart chasing, and so that much is good. So I think if his pockets Like, because there's kind of two pockets. If the two players behind him execute their strategy well, they've been set up to do so. But they have to outplay Leary and they have to outplay Hera. Red tries to get a quick wall and again fails. And I think Red's going to lose another villager. The only question is, will Hart lose a villager? And Feroker's here to get the Vill. And gets the Vill kill. There we go. Profit, baby. Profit. I agree that going fast castle with Wei is not my favorite. They had Huns on their draft. I would have actually preferred to see Huns go fast castle. I feel like with Wei, you probably want to... Oh, God. Here comes Red. He's going to TC drop. He's going to TC drop. Delete your TC. Fast. Delete it. He didn't do it in time. It's been noticed. Oh, no. He had the spot. Hart knows exactly what this is. Red doesn't have a town center now. He wanted to build it on Hart's face. And... Okay, has he done the math? If that ranges Hart's TC, it's fine. It actually will range the archer range. Which means that Hart might not be able to really produce that many archers. Guys, I know it looks bad for Red. But it's just slowing down Hart. That's the only thing he's trying to do here. All right? He's always going to be bottom score. That doesn't matter. He's sacrificing himself for the team. Tell me he can range the TC. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, he's auto-attacking the house. I assume he tried to click the TC. Oh, God. Well, luckily you still have enough stone and enough wood to try again. So here he goes. Delete it now, dude. Who cares about that Vill? Delete. Okay, he's going to Hera now. Okay, he's got enough wood and stone to do one more. Hera doesn't see the Vills. Come on, Red. Delete that. Delete it, bro. What are we waiting for? We're waiting forever, man. Why are we waiting? Okay, all right, whatever. It's fine. It's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos. He's fine. It's chaos. Vill fighting. Attacking Hera. Delaying Hera. Hera's confused. Hera's upset. Hera doesn't know what to do. Hera's like, I don't want to deal with Vills. Meanwhile, Yellow's having a free game. Purple's having a free game. Red is thinking, anything I do for my team. Anything I will do for my team. Hera's got 3 Vills that are idle. Hera's got 8 Vills that are idle. Is this working? Is there a method to his madness? Maybe there is. Here comes some army from Hera and Hart. They're going to go to Red's base. Joke's on you. Red doesn't live here anymore. Red lives in Hera's eco now. You can't raid an eco when there's no eco to raid. There's nobody home. You went to the wrong base, and this is where he's going to drop his TC. Let's go, dude. They have gotten absolutely stomped by Vitality today. But if they win this game, no one's going to care about who won the series. It's all about who wins the game. And look, I know Red loses Vills, but there is army here from Magyars. There's quite a few spearmen. Oh, God, Red, complete the TC. Oh, no. Hera's got a lot of weak scouts there. Red's fine. Red's got this locked. Red's never been more locked in his entire life. Never been more locked in. Never been better. Boom. TC's up. Garrison. Repair. Oh, God. See, Hera does have vitals. So, in theory, Hera shouldn't be able to produce as many scouts. Yellow's killed civils there. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Vitality, calm down, bro. Calm down. Give him a chance. Give my boy Red a chance. Red's holding on. It's the weakest TC drop ever. His wood line is getting slaughtered. He is ever so close to being defeated, actually. How many bills does he have? He's got these 2. The other vills are all here in a town center that might not stay up. Come on, teammates. Let's go, Bolus Riders and Scouts. Save your friend. Save your friend. This is fun. This is what you want to see from an underdog. Just crazy stuff. And it's a weird amount of pressure on the favorites because like they know they're going to win the series. They just don't want to get embarrassed by losing a crazy game like this. I really love how Hart added a bunch of spears. And, like, yellow and purple can't have any miss micro moments, right? Like, you lose any units here, it looks really bad. But it was a great call from Hart to just add a bunch of spears because Hera wouldn't have as many scouts as yellow. Guys, I think red might get defeated. He can't repair this TC anymore. This is all that he has. And Hera and Hera and Leary are here. This is genuinely all red has. No! No! Oh, fight on. Try and separate them. Separate yourself. Get one villager to a corner or something. Oh, no. Oh, crap. Well, get your salutes prepared for red, guys. And your Fs to pay respects. Because red is about to get defeated. The villagers will die. The town center will keep him alive. They would have to destroy the town center first. But the villas are dead. The other fight is happening. And the other fight is actually still looking much better for Vitality. And with that, red will be defeated by Vitality. He's out of the game. And, I mean, Czech only has 8 army against 22. So, so much for, like, this double army from the back 2 players doing anything. And Leary's made a ton. Hera still made enough. Hart made a ton. All right, well, Czech Republic they've really played on through some pain this series. And they continue to play on without red. Maybe red was just weighing them down, but that was funny, dude. That was funny. It's good fun. The third game for a team or a player who's the underdog, the third game always looks the worst typically because it's like your hope is lost at that point. All your best strats you tried, the difference on the other side is clear. So it's usually where you have the full send moments. I don't think red getting defeated sounds kind of bad, right? But the core of the strat was affecting all the other teams so the other players could carry. That in of itself was not bad. The execution on the TC drop was horrible. But I actually still think that yellow and purple were in a position to dominate. Because Hera couldn't have a free game, but it just he was still patient enough. And down go the units. And I don't know exactly why Czech Republic's continuing to play. Guys, I'm casting more of this 3v3 tournament today. That's the plan. So, more of the 3v3 tournaments, the game plan. There's another set that starts in, like, roughly an hour. Also, after this, I want to watch, after this, we have something special. There's a video that Red Bull just uploaded, which is, like, 4 months late. I don't want to watch that on stream. Where AoE 2 players are quizzed on history. And I watched the first question and immediately started laughing. And I said, I gotta watch this on stream. So I haven't spoiled myself yet. The Czech Republic is like super dead. Like they are monumental levels of dead. Like Hera could delete everything he has and they would still be dead. But, you know, how often do they get to play against players at this level? And they want to continue to fight on. And maybe there's still a little bit of hope. Having some fun here. So. Is this React slop from T90? Get out of here, paperwork. I'm reacting to one 9-minute video. That is Age of Empires themed. Yes. And I think people will enjoy it. I don't know. Like, is it rude of me to say that I don't know why they're still playing? Their teammate is dead. And purple's like 23 vills, which is really, really, really bad. Yeah, maybe red's still in voice chat right now. Maybe they were laughing, having a good time. Yellows gets a couple kills here. All right. Purple won the battle against Leary in the back. Now, Heart's about to be in Castle Age here in a second. Definitely has, like, Mom said one more game vibes. We don't know them. Maybe they've got to do some chores or something afterwards. 3 TCs for Leary. This would truly be the greatest comeback of all time if they could win this. Vasa says Ivanka is actually streaming, so you can hear it on stream. Are they speaking English, or are they speaking in Czech? Because, like, I'd love to watch the VOD and hear what Red said if it was in English. If they're, like, laughing and stuff. Okay, so I wouldn't understand what they're saying. I think they're just trying to have some fun with it, right? When you get smashed like this, it feels like you didn't even get to play the tournament, right? It feels like you didn't even get to play the game. So maybe for, like, Yellow's just starting to spam knights, which is what the game plan was. And he's just kind of hoping that he can do that, but he's going to need gold for that. I think he's microing the army here. And as he's microing the army here, he's realizing he's getting killed on the golds. All right. The population is 82 for Czech. It is 200 for Team Vitality. And still we press on. The fighting spirit this Czech team has. They might have lacked the skill on this day, but they did not lack the spirit. My God. More fighting spirit than any team in this tournament, hands down. And GG's called. And they give some kind words, and they wish Vitality good luck next. Vitality probably won't need the luck, but Vitality obviously move on to the next round. Yeah, I feel bad for Czech because, like, there were a bunch of witnesses to the beatdown. Vitality's just too good, right? And Vitality's seed 8 in theory, but, like, realistically is seed 1 or 2. And they did really try hard today as well to make sure there was no opportunities for the opposing team. So that's the difference between, like, top 16 players in the world and people who are, like, 300 to 500 range. Very, very big difference. And it was clear every single step of the way.